Hey, hi everyone, this is Vidya here from BagyaTech Technology. Are you all able to hear me clearly? Okay, then let us start with the session. So, you all have downloaded that Segment terminal, right? Okay. So, the only reason that I wanted you to download that is you can practice the things over there. Okay, because right now we are not able to connect to the BagyaTech server. So, this is the reason we are not able to do many of the commands. Okay, and maybe we may drop off from that server also many a times. So it is not getting stable enough. So this is the reason I wanted you to download the simulator, and so that we can practice the things over there onto that simulator. Okay. So yesterday we discussed some of the commands. So did you all try to execute those commands in Segment? Okay, what is the problem, Tasneem? You were not able to execute any of the command? Which command were you not able to execute? Okay, you want me to show you mkdir here? Okay. So you need to give the command as mkdir. Okay, then the name of the directory that you want to make. So maybe like I want to name the directory as Vidya S. Okay. Now if I want to see that whether it is made or not, so I'll execute this ls command that would list out all the directories and the files which are present. Okay. So can you see over here that Vidya S is created? Okay. Yes, ls is for listing out the directories and the files which are created up till now. Okay, so that will give you the list of all the directories and the files which are created. Now if you want to like go into that directory and create some files, so you need to enter into that directory, right, for creating the files onto that directory. So the command will be cd then Vidya S. Okay, so can you see over here? This means that I'm now into Vidya S, into this directory. Now I can create some files in this directory. Okay, so like if I want to create a file, just an empty file. Okay, so with the touch command I can create a file name as f1.txt. Okay, and again with the ls command, so it will show me that under Vidya S there is only a single file with the name as f1.txt. Okay, and if you want to come out of VidyaS and do the things onto your BagyaTech or what the name of your system is, okay, so you can, for coming out, the command would be cd. Okay, so I'm out of VidyaS now. Okay, so yesterday we discussed a couple of things. So we discussed about the mkdir, that was for creating the files, sorry, for creating the directories. And did we discussed about how you have to remove the directories if you want to remove some of the directories? No, we did not discuss about it. Okay, so for removing the directories, the command would be rmdir. Okay, so Vidya is also a directory. So if I want to now delete that directory, or Raghu is also a directory. Okay, so if I want to delete that, so rmdir. Now if you want to see the list, okay, so can you see that Raghu is now deleted? Okay, so for removing the directories, you can use the rmdir. Sarda, no, I don't know anything about that session. Maybe you have to contact Raghu for that. Okay, just maybe try to call him or drop him a message, mail. Okay. Okay, so you got a link, this link from Raghu just now. No, but this that resume preparation class is tomorrow, not now, not today. Okay. Yeah, as your wish, no problem. Okay, Sakib, is this good now? Okay, so this was the way in which you can delete the directories. Now, if you want to delete some of the files that you have created, so for deleting the files, the command would be rm and then the name of the file. Like suppose say if I want to delete the file, this file. Okay, so env underscore 14 dot txt. Okay, now just try to list down the things. Okay, so that file is now deleted. Okay, so for deleting the directories, it would be rmdir, then the name of the directory, and for deleting the files, it would be simple rm. then the name of the file. Okay. Then after that, so we discussed about the touch command yesterday, right? That it is used for creating the empty file. Okay. Now what should we do if we want to append or if we want to write the contents onto an empty file? Then what was the command for that? Yes. What was the command? If I want to write some contents onto an empty file. No, the name touch was for creating an empty file. Correct. So cat with the symbol twice, the double greater than, okay, and then the name of the file. That would be used for creating, also for appending the contents in the file. Now if I want to create, okay, yes, that's correct. Okay, so after that, if I want to create not an empty file but just a simple file in which I can directly write down the contents also. So what was the command for that? Yes, correct. So that was cat with a symbol of greater than and then the name of the file. And if I want to see just the contents of the file, I don't want to write anything onto that file, I don't want to do any of the editing, then what was the command? No, I just want to view the contents of the file. Yes, that was just cat and then the name of the file with no symbol, no greater than, no less than, nothing. Okay. Now after that there is one more command, that is info or the man command. If info is not working for you, then you can use the man command. So that is actually the manual. If you want to study about or if you want to know about some of the commands in detail, like in the ls command. Okay, so ls command is basically used for listing down all your directories and files, but there are many options in which this ls command could be used, like ls hyphen ltr. Okay, so it is also giving me all the files and the directories, but right now it is giving me that onto which server it, like onto which machine these files and directories are present, and also with the files and directories what all are the rights which are given. Okay, so whether it is in the read only mode or in the write only mode and when it is being created. Okay, so if you want to know about any of the commands in detail, then you have to go through the manual of that command. Okay, so for using that manual, the command used would be man, that is man, and then the name of the command that you want to learn about. So man ls. Okay. So with this ls command, what all options could be used? So it will give you the list of all the things. If for some people man command does not work, so you can try with info also. Okay, so you can try this one on your systems. Kathy, okay, hold on. I have pasted a link in the chat box. You can use this link to download the things. Okay. But here you can select any of the link that is present over there, right? I know there are a lot many links present, so you can use any. That wouldn't be a problem. Kathy, you can choose any of the things. From lot many sites, you can choose any. That won't be a problem. And Sojourner, if you want to remove the contents of the file, see you can't remove the contents of the file directly. You'll have to go into the shell script and then you can delete the things. Okay, so that can't be done over here right now in Segment. Okay, and for that you also will have to go to some shell scripting. From there you can delete the things. Okay, so did you all try for this man command? Or if man is not working for some of you, so you must have tried with info. Okay, and then to come out of this, you need to press Q. So you'll be back to your main prompt. Okay. Then after this info command, now if suppose say we want to rename a file. Yes, after giving the command info or man whatever, then you need to give the name of the command also, or the command as I have given. Can you see over here onto my screen? Man, then the command name, that is ls if I want to learn about ls. Okay. So after this, if we want to, suppose say we want to rename a file. Okay, so for renaming a file there are two options, or there are two ways in which it could be done. So one way would be whatever is the file name with you. Okay, so if suppose I want to rename this file f1.txt. Okay, so make a copy of this file and then rename it. Okay, so like while making a copy only, you have to give a new name to that, right? So make a copy of the original file, and when you are going to make a copy, it is asking you to give a new name. Okay, so while making a copy, you are going to give a new name. So make a copy of the original file with a new name. Okay, and the second step would be delete the original. So this is one way of doing the things. Or just move your file and give a new name. Now, if you have to do the things with the first way, that is make a copy and then remove the original file. Okay, so suppose say like we have over here the file named as test4.txt. Okay, and now I want to rename it to test1.txt. Okay, so what I'll be doing if I am following the first method, so firstly I will be making a copy of this particular file. Okay, so copy, then the name of the file of which I want to make a copy. Now I want to make a copy of it with the name as test1.txt. Okay, click enter. Now do your ls command. So can you see over here there is test1.txt is also present and test4.txt is also present. Okay, but I don't want this now. I just want to rename it. So this is the reason I made a copy, and then I can delete this file. So what was the command for deleting the file? rm and then the name of the file. So the original name was the test4.txt. Okay, and then again ls. So this means that you have renamed it. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. The other way could be like just moving the files. Okay, now if suppose I want to rename this test3.txt to test2.txt. Okay, so move test3.txt and I want to move it with the name as okay. So now can you see there is no test3. It is now being renamed as test2.txt. Okay, so these are the two ways. Now in the first way we actually have covered one more command over there, that is of copying a command. If you want to copy one file, not copying a command, sorry, copying a file. So if you want to make a copy of a file, so what is the command to be used? That is cp to make a copy. Then the original name of the file and the new file that you want to create. So all the contents also will be copied. Okay. So you can try for this one. Okay, so try this one. Okay, and then after that, there is one command named as the grep command, okay, which is used to extract out the contents of the file. Okay, now like in first try to create a file in which we are going to write some things. So okay, and then control D. Now if suppose say I want to extract out that give me the name or give me the line wherein the word R is present. Okay, or if you want to search for a whole word also, so like if where this word all is present. Okay, so the command would be the grep command. Then after that you have to you have to give the alphabets that you want to search for under this square bracket. So if I want to search for this all, okay, now from where, like in which file do I want to search for it? So I want to search for it in Unix. Okay, actually I forgot to give the name as .txt. Okay, anyhow. So over here it is extracting out the line from where or in where this word all is present. Okay, so we have given the name of the file, and from this file it is going to extract out the line wherein this particular word or the matching words are present. So all those lines will be extracted out. Okay, so you can use this grep command not only in a file but also like if suppose I want to from this ls command. Okay, so what is the output of this ls command, what all the directories and the files it is being it is giving the output as I want to extract out from it the names of the files which is containing maybe T word in them. Okay, so all those files can also be extracted out. How you have to do that I'll tell you after some time, but do you understand about how you have to extract out if the contents are present inside a file? How you can extract that out with the help of this grep command? So try creating any of the file and randomly like write something onto the lines, maybe create some 4 or 5 lines in that and try to extract out either from with the help of a single character or with the help of some complete alphabet or word. Okay, try to extract out with the help of this grep command. Anuja, I'll tell about that command. I've not discussed about it, okay? Yes, Kirti, you need to press enter after typing the command. Okay, so done this grep command. Okay, now see, we can use the output of one command into the input of another command also. Okay, so the output of one particular command could be used as an input for other command, and then you can get the output. Okay, now for that you have to use a special symbol, that is a pipe symbol, which is present onto your keyboard just above the enter button. Okay, so what I want to do is, see, ls will give me the list of these files. Okay, now from these files, this is the output of ls command, correct? Now I am using this output as an input for other command, that is grep command. Now what I want to do in this grep command is, whatever output is being displayed, okay, from that grep should find out those commands or those files, not the commands, those files and directories for me which are having the letter like V. Okay, so it should give me that particular output. So I want all the directories, from all the directories and the files, I want to extract out every directory and file which is having a letter V in it. Okay, so for that, firstly, if I want from directories and files, so the command should be ls. Okay, and with the help of this pipe symbol, we are actually using the output of one command as the input for the other one. Okay. Then grep and V. Now press enter. So can you see over here, it is giving me the output as Vidya and Vidya, because these are the only two directories which are present. There is no file which is having any letter V in it. So only two directories are there which are having the letter V. Okay. So with the help of this pipe symbol, I can actually use the output of one command as an input for another command, and then I can get the combined output or the desired output that I want. Are you able to get this thing? See, this pipe symbol, it is used for combining the two commands, wherein we want the output of one command as the input for the other. Okay, clear with this thing? Just try doing it on your systems so that you will be more clear with it. Okay, done? Done with this command? The pipe symbol? Okay. Then after that, see, you can find out the history of all the commands that you have executed up till this point. Okay, so the command would be the history. Okay, so it will list out all the commands that you have executed up till this point. So I have executed some 132 commands including the history. Okay, so that will give you the list of all the commands that you have done. Okay, and now suppose say I want to see with this history command whatever is the output that I'm getting, I want to store it in one file. Okay, so like the name of the file is h1.txt. Okay, so whatever is the output of this history, I want to store it in this file h1.txt. So now let us see that whether this file is created or not. So yes, it is created, and I want to see the contents of the file. So that would be cat h1.txt. So see, all the output that was present for the history command, that is being copied or that is being taken up in another file that we created with the name as h1.txt. Okay, in the same way, you can also know the environment on which you are working upon. We have discussed about the environments, right? The development, the testers environment, then the pre-production and the production environment. So if you want to know that what is the environment that you are working upon, so for that the command would be the env, that stands for environment. Okay, so that will give you the complete environment of your system. what is the hardware and what is the software, what is the processor that you are using, and everything. What all are the softwares that are being installed onto your system. So everything would be shown over here. Okay, now you can actually in a way like you have done for the history command, that you have the output of the history was stored onto a file. Okay, so you can store the environment history also in a file with the command in the same way. Okay, so env, then single greater than symbol, and then maybe some even.txt. Okay, and then let us just try to see that. Okay, so with these two commands, you can, like, these commands are important because maybe your test lead or the concerned person who is actually looking for this Unix servers and all, if you find out a defect, he may ask you that what is the environment that you are working upon. Okay, so give me that environment details. So what you can do is, with the help of this environment env, you can find out what is the environment, and you can simultaneously at the same time also you can copy that environment into a file, and then you can drop that file to him. Okay, and also if suppose say your lead wants you to see that what all is the commands that you have executed, what all are the commands, or how much work have you done, so history could be used for that. Samantha, for copying the environment it was also the same. See, env, then single greater than symbol, then the name of the file in which you want to copy it. Okay, so maybe like if I want to copy it in e2.txt. Okay, then after that there is one more command. Okay, you can try these commands at once only, because this will not take much time. So let me just show you 2 or 3 commands so that you can try it. Now after that there is one command named as pwd, that is present working directory. So if you want to see that which is the directory in which you are presently working upon. Okay, so for that the command would be taking the first initials of all the 3 letters, that is present working directory. So currently I'm working on to BagyaTech. Okay, so if suppose say like I am in Vidya S and doing the things. Okay, and over there I type the command as pwd. Okay, so it will give me that you are currently into this Vidya S, which is under BagyaTech. Okay, so pwd will give you the present working directory on which you are currently working upon. Okay, now there is one more command with the name as ps, that will state down the processes that are currently opened or currently executing on the server. But since this is a simulator which we are working upon, so it will just give me the list of the processes which are currently onto my system. Okay, which are executing onto my system. So that will give you the list of all the processes. Now suppose say like, just to tell you more about it, like if I give the notepad, so it will open the notepad for me, and let me try to open one more segment terminal over there. Tell you that if the process is here. Okay, now can you see that there is one process named as notepad also which is opened, because I opened the notepad, right? So this is one process also which is working onto my system. Okay, and if you want to kill any of the process, or if you want to stop any of the process, so if you are onto GUI operating system, so what you do, if some of the processes are not working properly, so you go to the task manager and then you kill that process. Okay, so if you want to kill the process over here, then you can use the command as kill and then the process ID. Okay, so the process ID for this is 4104. Okay, so can you see my notepad is closed? Okay, again, if you want to see from here, so let us just do the ps command. Okay, these are the notepads that were opened previously. Okay, so these are not the ones that I opened with this ps command. Okay, so this is the way in which you can list down that what all are the activities or what all are the processes are that are being executed onto the server. But right now we are not onto the server, so it will just show the processes that are being executed on your systems. And if you want to kill any of the process, then you will have to use the command as kill, and every process will have the ID. Can you see over here? That is the process ID. So just kill would be the command, and the process ID you will have to give. So it will kill that process for you. Okay, clear with this thing? So the history command is going to give you the history of all the commands executed up till that point. Okay, and the environment command, so the syntax would be env, so that will show the environment of your system that you are working upon. Then after that we also did the ps command. Okay, so ps would be that would list down all the executing processes or all the running processes onto the server. Okay, and with the kill command, so the kill and then the process ID. So you have to give the process ID also. Okay, so that will kill any of the process that you want to. Sakib, for every system the process ID would be different. See, so if for Notepad, for me it was the process ID was for 4104. It might not be the same for you. Okay, so I wanted to tell you about that kill command, so this is the reason I opened the Notepad, and then from there I told you that in this way you can kill any of the process that is ongoing onto the system. Okay, Saujanya, yes, about the history command, see onto my screen. Okay, so let me show over here again. So history, that will give you the complete history of the commands that you have executed up till this point. Okay, and now if I want to, like whatever is the output of this history command, if I want to store it for giving it to my team lead or to any of the person, so I can store, or for me also, so I can store it in this way with the name of the file in which I want to store. Okay, so one greater than symbol, single greater than symbol after the history, and then the name of the file in which I want to store. Okay. Okay, done this one, everyone. Okay, Saujanya, maybe history won't be working for you because see, this is the simulator, so many a times things are not working for some or the other people. Okay, so maybe that is not working for that. But obviously in the Unix environment, that the things would be working whenever you are connecting to the proper server and doing the things. Okay, but the environment is working, right? Okay. Okay, so if you are completed with this thing, I'll have to show you one more thing. But for that, let me first try to explain to you. See, whenever, so did you all completed the commands, the 4 commands that we discussed? History, environment, and then the PS and the kill command? Yes, okay. Okay. So now whenever there is a website which is being hosted on a server, okay, so on a server, when a website is being hosted, okay, so whatever is the website, suppose say like Gmail. Okay, so if this website is hosted on the server, obviously this website is being created on some other system, correct or not? And who would be the person who would be creating this software or this application? Who would be the people who would be creating that? Or you, who must have created it? Developers, correct. Okay, and if the developers, they have developed it, so they must have developed it on their own systems. They must not have developed it directly on the server, right? So onto that developer's environment or onto their system, they have written down n number of programs for creating that particular website. Okay, now this website is hosted on a server. Now when this website is hosted on a server, these programs are also like for executing this particular website. Obviously in the backend the programs also needs to be executed. So this means that these programs which are written into the developer's environment or into the developer system, they need to be transferred to the server so that the application or the website or the software is working properly. Okay, so we need to transfer all the programs from this system to the server so that it is being hosted up properly. Now for that, whenever these programs are like transferred from one system to another, okay, so they are okay, please don't try to unmute yourself, anyone. If you have any questions, please write it down in the chat box itself. Okay, so when the programs or some files needs to be transferred from one system to another, then they are being transferred with the help of some tools, and these are some protocols, you can say. So these protocols are the FTP protocols via which they are being transferred. FTP is what? That is the file transfer protocol. Okay, so with this protocol we can transfer the files from one system to another. Okay, and for using or for the protocol that can help us with this file transfer. So the examples of FTP protocol are the FileZilla that I will be showing it to you, but that is not working up to the mark, but then also I'll show you that. Okay, and there are some more which can be used. Now what is this FileZilla is about? See, I have actually downloaded, but it is not hosted properly with the, I'm not able to connect it to the server of Bagya. So let me just show you how the things are done and what this FileZilla client is about. So see over here, what can you see on the left hand side of the screen? What is this? Desktop, my documents, computer, C drive, D drive. What is that? Yes, that are the details of all the files or all the things which are present onto my desktop. Okay, so these are all the files and all the things which are present of my personal computer. Details are being shown up over here. Okay, now when I'm going to give you I'm going to give this host over here. So the host for over here would be, let me just write down the ID to which I want to connect, but I know it won't be connecting up. But just then I want to try for that. So that is 192.94.73.15. Okay, and then you need to click onto this quick connect. Okay, so it got connected. That's good, but in today's session in the morning it was not able to connect. Okay, that's good if it is able to connect. So over here would be the all the details that are present onto the server. Okay, so the IP address of the server needs to be given over here under the host, and then you need to click onto this quick connect. Now whatever are the files that are being present over here, and if I want to move some files from my personal computer to the server or from the server to the personal computer, then the only thing that needs to be done over here is just copy and paste the files. Okay, so what I'll do, okay, let me not try to paste anything or copy, but I'll just tell you that you can simply drag and drop the things, so that in order to, okay, so here it is about the BagyaTech. Let me try. Okay, so if I want to copy the contents of this particular recording sessions, okay, so I just drag it and put it over here. So in any of the folder that I want to do, so I'll just drop it over here. Okay, and the things would be done. Okay, but yeah, this is showing some error because as I told you that there are some problems onto the server right now. So though it is getting connected, but it is showing some errors due to the, I think due to the load or onto that, or maybe due to some other reasons. So it could not start the transfer of the things. Okay, but when you're actually doing on, see, I am using complete simulator things to do the things. Okay, so to do this transfer and everything also, and this BagyaTech server is also not responding good nowadays. So previously, as I told you, that it was not able to do the things in the morning, but right now it got connected, but then also it is not able to transfer the files. But this is the simple way in which we can just drag and drop the files, okay, and the things would be done with this FileZilla. So you can just drag and drop and can transfer the files either from your PC to the server or from server to the PC, but don't try to do it, because firstly it will not allow you to do that, and secondly we don't want any uh, unwanted things onto the website to be hosted on. Okay, so don't try to do any of the things from there. Okay, so this is all that we wanted to discuss about Unix, and tomorrow